this first use case is all about the elevation of local admin privileges. So, and Eric, go ahead and go to the next slide. And so this is a pretty common exercise where an IT admin is going to get a request from a user that, hey, they need local admin privileges on a device, let's say, in order to complete a task. Well, that's something that isn't dealt with lightly by a lot of organizations when it comes to giving people that level of privilege. And so there's the request that takes place. The IT admin would typically go in some way and elevate that privilege and then have to remember that they need to remove that privilege after that task has been completed. So if you go to the next slide, I'll show you within the JumpCloud platform. And again, this is the console view. You could also do this via API, which is how Anair has built a lot of the great automation that he's going to show. But in this case, you could go into the user and you could go into the permission settings for that user. You could check the box that enables them to have that global admin or sudo privileges on their devices. But again, the admin's going to have to go after the fact once that task is complete and remove this. And so, Anair, show us a different way to do this in a better way.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. So this is actually how the workflows goes. So the employees gets to Slack and enrolls the process simply by running a Slack /command. The event is then received on Torq's end by the Slack /command trigger. And we're enriching the workflow context with the requester info by invoking JumpCloud API through the search for specific user step. In parallel, but not rendered here, a few security and posture checks are running to make sure the request is legit. If the checks are passed, a welcome message is sent, and a trailing message saying that a one-time token will be sent to the employee's alternate email address. Now, alternate email address may sound familiar as a JumpCloud property, which taken from the search for specific user we used previously. Now here is another portion from the workflow where we make sure to populate the alternate email JumpCloud property in advance. This is, by the way, done through our automated onboarding process at Torq. So if the property is missing, so the employee will be notified to reach out IT and fix the issue appropriately. However, if the alternate email is available, so we go ahead and generating a unique string serves as a one-time token. This token then sent over email to the user. This is how the email actually looks like. And then the user will have to copy the token and paste it to the Slack text box we see here. On submission, a validation process kicks in. And if the validation is okay, we go ahead and utilize JumpCloud API to list systems associated with the user. This is because some employees are using more than one device. Afterwards, the employee will have to choose the designated device from the dropdown you see on the right. Then the employee selects the access duration, which is actually the just-in-time property. Then we JumpCloud API invokes to elevate permissions. And if all goes well, a confirmation message is sent with the selected time cap. Then for waiting the selected time cap, we are simply using Torq's wait operator. Once duration is overdue, permission revocation kicks in and the employee is notified accordingly. Derek, back to you, as this sums up the whole flow.
Yeah, this is great. And think about how much time that process saved the IT admin and how much more secure the experience is for the organization when it comes to providing that elevated privilege. I think this is exactly what we're talking about, how automation on top of the orchestration layer can improve things dramatically from an efficiency perspective and a security perspective.
Please subscribe and check out more content from us.